All right, hey Pisces. This is Tara from Tara's Tarot. I am here to read your July reading. I'm using the Golden Tarot deck, and I've shuffled a little bit. I'm just going to shuffle a couple more times. We'll see what's going on with you guys in July. This is, my intention is anyone who's watching this is going to if this resonates with you, get messages that will help you move forward, for your highest good and the highest good of all others. Maybe clear some stuff up or validate what you're already knowing. This should trigger your intuition. You know what's going on with you. And if you see something that, just remember, you can always change what's going on. You have free will. You can take this information and use it to, however you see fit. So, okay, so Pisces in July. So what is going on? Pisces in July. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you the cards as I deal them, and then we're going to dive in. So we've got the Ten of Swords right out the gate. Present. We've got the moon crossing. So, Page of Wands overhead. We've got underneath the Three of Swords. So, seems like something's going on that's maybe the ending of something or a transition that's a little scary or painful. The Emperor came out, recent past. Near future, we've got the Four of Cups. We've got in the U position the Eight of Coins. Environment, we have the Seven of Cups. Hopes and fears, Wheel of Fortune. And then 4 cards for the outcome. So we have got the Devil. Now, do not freak out. We're going to figure this out and get you what you need to know. The King of Coins. The Fool. And the Hangman. So you're going through something. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Yep, not surprised. Okay. I'm going to get clarity on these two as I see fit, but let me just take a look real quick. Give me a sec, and then I'm going to go through. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so I don't know if someone just went through a breakup. I don't know if there's a situation that's ending that you've had your heart set on that you feel like it's been producing a lot of pain and now is finally time to call it off. I feel like you might be like working towards something, or there's something new or a new path that you're taking. Something about like exploring choices, exploring options, exploring what you want. And then we'll get to the outcome. Okay, so let's dive in here. Okay, so what the heck's going on? For your main situation, okay, what's going on in the present for you guys? So we've got the Ten of Swords right here, okay? So there's some kind of ending, some kind of final ending, okay? The freaking great thing about this card is, though, that any kind of pain or torture or not knowing or indecision is done, okay? This is like, there's nothing left in this situation for you anymore that is going to help you or is meant for your growth or is worth hanging on to. Even if this is like a story you're telling yourself or a way of thinking or a belief system about something, this is, there's no more that can come from this situation. It's only going to hurt you more if you stay in it. And you can't. It's time, it's time to leave. Now, I want to go into this because on the bottom of the situation, so this represents the emotional undercurrent, the subconscious, what might not be known, what's under the surface, the cause of the situation, the foundation, is the Three of Swords, okay? So it seems like something painful has been going on, something disappointing has been going on in your life. This could be like a disagreement. This could be a conflict. This could be as big as like a heartbreak. This is just making me feel like the root of this situation is really about an emotional disappointment and an emotional pain. But again, the good thing about this is, with both of these cards, the pain or the not knowing or the journey to releasing that is finally here. So, this is, saying it's time, it's over, you've gotten to this place, this realization with this situation, and you can move on. You don't have to be in pain anymore. You can release whatever this is that's been, this is like making me feel like this has been like a tormenting situation, or something that you felt really trapped in, and like you couldn't escape this pain or this dilemma or this circumstance that was really hard. But with the 10 in your present, we're leaving this behind, okay? Now, the moon crosses the 10 of Swords, okay? The moon. The moon is like when things seem a little different than they are. Things might seem way worse to you. Things might seem way more emotionally scary or way bleaker, way darker. Okay, the moon is like, well, it's a major card. So it's something that our soul is going through right now for its own expansion, from our higher self, to teach us lessons. It's on our soul course, okay? So, this is like when every kind of subconscious emotion or fear we might have, or inner demons, or just the situation itself can look really much more threatening than it really is. The moon, it's hard to see. There's shadows. The animals come out at night. There's some element of, it feels threatening and vulnerable. It might feel dangerous, So in your present with the 10 of Swords and the moon, you could very well be freaking the F out right now, But just remember, the moon is such a heightened, emotional, dramatic state of being. And a lot of times when this stuff is coming to the surface, it is to be released, okay? Because if we aren't going through this teaching moment or this experience, and we keep everything where it is inside, it's going to manifest through subconscious means. We're going to act that out and not realize what we're doing. It's going to cause us issues or influence us in ways that we don't realize, and we don't know where it's coming from. It can come out in other ways through our health, stress, so this is important that this stuff is coming to the surface so that it can be faced, overcome, and released. And then you're going to find that things are not as bad as they seem, okay? And again, with the Three of Swords, this is like the moment when, you're not stuck in that indecision torture anymore, or denial anymore, where something's wrong or you're unhappy, but you can't face it yet. That's the worst place to be. The Three is when finally you understand and you're aware of the situation, and it can begin to heal. It releases all the pus, it purges all the crap and you can start to move on. And so, as with the 10, this is the end of that cycle. There's no going back. You don't have to repeat this anymore. Okay? So the moon might be your challenge right now. It might seem a little scary, but or you might not see really the way or understand what's going on or see clearly. Just know it's okay. This is going to pass. You're cleansing a lot of this stuff out of yourself so that you can move forward and move on to a better, happier life, more in alignment with who you are and what you want. Now, speaking of that, there is this energy here about like moving forward, moving towards a new path or goal, or putting your energy into working towards something. So, hanging over the reading. So this is like where your thoughts are, what's apparent to you, the surface level of the situation, your consciousness. This is the Page of Wands, okay? So there's some kind of calling or beckoning in your will, your desire, for something new, for a fresh new path, a new direction. This could be something stirring stirring you, like a message from someone, something you saw on TV or read in a book. It could be little, it could be a dream you had. It could be a literal offer or a new direction, but it's just something that presents itself to you and you're feeling a response to it. You're excited about it. You kind of see the potential or are envisioning what would that be like. So there is this new energy here, a new path moving forward. And the card that represents you, what kind of energy you're embodying, how you're influencing this situation, is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is where you're working towards something. You're applying yourself practically to get to a goal. You're either, hustling and working towards that financial goal, learning what you need to learn to get that degree, applying for jobs so you can be in a better position, a better job, or just learning skills, learning life skills, anything practical that's helping you on your practical path forward through life. So it seems like you're doing what you should be doing. Like you're doing the work it takes to get to that goal. Okay, let's look at, so back to this present situation of something's ending, leaving something behind, a lot of emotions. The recent past, we have the Emperor. So I don't know if this is someone who is leaving your life, whether this is a controlling parental figure who is just really rigid and hard to deal with, whether this is a dictating boss who is stifling and has a lot of structure and you have to listen to what he says, whether this is a controlling partner in a relationship. If it's not something like negative, or it's not a negative side of this person, the Emperor is just that strong force, and it could be just the energy of the situation, not a person. I feel like it's a person though, but this is just where there's a lot of structure. There's a lot of boundaries, not limits necessarily in a bad way, but anything that is tangible, form, boundaries, structure. It's like the energy in life whereas the Empress is just a free flow of divine energy coming to the earth and a free flow of growth and potential, but if that was all there was, there wouldn't be a direction or structure in place to hone in that energy and point it towards something or develop towards a goal. So that's like the Emperor. So whatever this is, it had importance in your recent past and it's losing importance in this situation. So if this is a negative situation you're in and this is a person involved with that, again, they're going away, okay? You're leaving that behind. You're ending that cycle, and you're ending their influence over you, which is a great thing. See ya. You're going towards this new path, this new creative vision for your life. That's how I'm seeing it. They're passing away. Not literally, or maybe, but no. Just passing out of your life, losing significance in your life. And then coming into the near future, we have the Four of Cups. Okay? Now, this is interesting because you may be feeling through this healing process and this transition you're in the near future a little down. You might be feeling a little lackluster, a little dull, a little, just blah, emotionally unfulfilled, okay? We have this person here, they're crossing their arms over their heart. They're kind of downcast. They have their 3 cups, but, they're not really loving life. They're not really happy. They're kind of just where they are. And then we have this cup up here, this angel's bringing this cup from heaven to this person. But, that person's still in their emotional disappointment and their emotional, apathy. So they're not really aware yet of this amazing new addition to their life that's going to increase their emotional joy and fulfillment. So this card is telling us, to make sure, it might help us to be open and receptive to allow what is coming in our life to come in our life. To not take for granted new opportunities or new people or new musings. Like this musing you might be having about this new path with the Page of Wands. If you may think like, oh, that's foolish. I can't do that. I can't take this gut feeling. That's not going to work out. And it's saying like, no, that very well may be the ticket to move forward here. And that may be an offer from God, So while you may wallow or feel just like this sucks, that's okay. That's normal to feel like that. But remind yourself that you don't have to stay in that state of experiencing that feeling. There is more around you that can be added to your life to stay open to that, okay? And be receptive to what do you want in your life? What is around you? What might you not be noticing? What gifts in your life, Okay, wow, this is so juicy. Okay, so then we have this element of an emotional choice, okay? So in your environment, or this could be another person's kind of role or what they're contributing, or just the playing field, the texture, the energy of your environment in this situation, okay? And we have the Seven of Cups, emotional choices, different options. And then the bottom of the deck on a much more major, intense scale, we have the Lover's card, emotional choices. Okay, so these 2 cards together, there's definitely some kind of situation you're faced with that's calling you to figure out what you want, who you are, what's important to you, to tune into your real self and get in touch with your authority over your own life and choosing what you want and what's good for you and what's right for you, okay? Your environment. So there could be different offers or different options literally presented to you in your environment, and that's calling your soul with the Lover's card to really dig deep and assess, what do I do? What is right? Which option do I choose? Because this choice is presented to you for a reason towards your soul's development. So what you choose, you'll choose. And then you're going to live out those experiences and soul lessons and soul, not even lessons in like, a bad way at all, but just that soul path. You're going to sign up for what you sign up for, right? So it's a really like intense marker of growth in your soul path, because you're really figuring out and calling forward who you are inside, what's really important, what you value. And I feel like with this situation ending in the present, that's a great thing. You don't want that anymore. That's clearing the way for you to have these more things that align more with your soul, things that are more emotionally fulfilling for you. This is paving the way to bring that in, okay? And you're kind of going through this whole new revelation or deeper level of getting in touch with yourself and what you want and who you are and your emotions and your subconscious and all that kind of stuff. Now, often, the lovers, this emotional choice, this really can be a love situation. So this can be like getting out of a love situation. Maybe this relationship has ended and you're going through those kind of changes and those kind of choices. But it can be anything. It can be a job. And it's time. It's time to make these choices for yourself. Oof. The Wheel of Fortune, your hopes and fears. So you're hoping for life to change. You're hoping for forward momentum. You're hoping for a new cycle here. You don't want to keep repeating what you've been through. It's been painful. So you want life and fate and things to just move things forward, okay? And they are. They definitely are starting to, that wheel is starting to turn, okay? You're on that path. Now the outcome, wow, there's a lot going on in this outcome. So let me see here. Let me just take a look really quick and see. Now again, this is general, certain parts may apply. This might not be for you this month. And this is how, based on what's happening now, things are likely to evolve, but again, you have the power inside yourself. You create your own reality. So if this ever makes you feel scared or anxious, that is not what it's supposed to do. This should empower you to be in the driver's seat and to be best handle and best approach your life in the way you want to. And so let's look at this outcome. Okay, so we've got the Devil and the Hangman and the Fool, all major cards. So I feel like this is like a faded time in your life for sure. This is definitely a soul growth, turning the corner, meant to be type thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel like it's like facing your fears about this new path. Facing your fears about this new beginning or new potential. Facing your fears about doing the right thing. There's like a need to surrender and accept and allow what's going on because you can't change it. And it's happening for a reason, to show you a new perspective and widen your perspective. And there's an element here of your soul is, your lesson here, or what you're experiencing, or it's like you're overcoming inner demons or things that have limited you, or illusions or fears that can prevent you from moving forward, okay? So we've got the Fool card in the outcome, okay? This is in alignment with this whole feeling I've been getting about there's an ending to a certain circumstance, and there's a brand new, fresh future ahead. So, oh my God, that's great. You know, it's a new start. The slate is wiped clean. You don't have to deal with or worry about anything again that you've been dealing or worrying about. It's a brand new future. You know, there's no baggage anymore. You know, it's a brand new, fresh start. Okay. Now we've got the Devil card. Okay. So this card in this deck looks so scary. Really, what this card is telling us is that we have power over ourselves and over our life, and nothing else can take that power away from us. Okay. But we can get very lost in illusion and very confused and trapped with the crazy way life is, this fun house of, you know, mirrors. And when the devil comes up, we are contending with false beliefs, fears, illusions. We're believing they have power over us. We're believing they're real. We're believing we're stuck. We're believing they can control us. And the whole lesson in this card is it's teaching us the lesson that we can free ourselves. We do have the power. We can overcome, because it's the belief that these things are controlling us that allows them to control us, because we're in the driver's seat. It's up to us. The universe needs our consent on everything that happens. We have free will. So, you know, you hear like about people that have near-death experiences that, you know, find themselves in hell, or they're in a dark nothingness. And as soon as they ask for the light, or as soon as they believe there must be more, or what else is there, or call out, then that happens in the reality. Okay, because our consciousness never dies, so it's always going based on what we allow ourselves to believe. So it's like, in this situation, I feel like this is all about overcoming what's not good for us, overcoming limits, overcoming feeling trapped and disempowered. This is going to be a great thing for you, because you're never going to have to repeat this again. You're never going to have the same kind of fear or be controlled again. You're going to be set free from this and overcome these illusions. Okay? The Hangman. So the Hangman energy is all about, you know, surrendering to what is, just allowing it to be. And that's when it can't hurt us anymore. When we just surrender and say, okay, fine. I'm not going to resist this anymore. I'm not going to struggle. I'm just going to allow what is to be. Then suddenly the whole situation is transformed. The energy changes. And we see something new. We see a new path forward. So there is this element here of just surrendering through these changes, allowing this ending to take place, allowing this new future to begin, allowing these emotions that come up to come up, allowing these fears to, you know, be, without feeling they have power over you, or without needing to be attached to them or react to them, and liberating yourself and freeing yourself, because you do have the Fool. There is this new future. You are going to be like cleansed clean, like a fresh little baby with no baggage, and have this whole new future ahead of you. Now, the fourth card that came out was the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. So whether this is you taking charge over your finances, your practical life, the King of Pentacles is the leader. He has power. He is stable, secure, grounded, centered, abundant, So this could be you accessing that power, dictating, calling the shots in your life. This could be someone else as well who is very stable, grounded, secure, isn't going anywhere, trustworthy, presents you with an opportunity for abundance, or, this could be like a boss figure. This could be a partner. Or this could just be the energy of the situation, like this newfound, independent, stable reality of authority and power you have for yourself. So, holy schmoly, that was, but it's, you know what, it's exciting. This might feel, and these cards are temporary, okay? We've got the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Cups. If you're feeling like this and you're going through this at all in July, okay, this might feel not that fun, but this is temporary. This is days, weeks. This is not anything that is going to be, your debt to pay or something like that, okay? This is so temporary, and you're going to be getting through this, and the rewards are going to be so much greater, because that stuff is cleansing out of your life. The Moon card, that stuff is coming to the surface to be released. You are overcoming it with the Devil. You are moving on to a new path where you get to call the shots. You get to do what resonates with you and pick what you want. Look at that. That's where you're headed. Frickin' beautiful. So, don't be afraid. This is all happening how it should, and is in alignment with you and where you ultimately want to get to and be. So, I hope that this helped you. If you have, if you'd like to share, please do what your experience is. If you want to look deeper into your personal situation, just email me. I do offer personal readings, so my email's tara@tarastarot.com, and I'll explain. And yeah, I wish you guys all the best in July. And, it's going to be okay. Okay, bye.